Hello there everyone and welcome back to more Sonic Rush for the DS. Last time, we finished Sonic's story. So now we'll be moving on to Blaze, just to see what her side of things involves. I've done something though that will cut this up, as her gameplay isn't particularly that different compared to Sonic's. You'll see what I mean. But the cutscenes play a different part, which, well, it's been a while since I last edited this, so I can't actually remember what the cutscenes are, so technically it's almost like going to be new to me. I'll just watch through it and see how it goes, essentially. I did also listen to the Sonic Rush Abridged, which is like a fan dub version of all the cutscenes spliced together and stuff. It is very well made. Like, goddamn. I really like the voice that they gave for Dr. Eggman Negative, you know? It's good stuff. But anyway, yeah, so for Blaze, her first level that she starts on is zone number 1. Well, of course it's zone number 1, but it's the carnival one. What's it called again? Night Carnival, that's it, yeah. Gonna call it, what was it, Sky Jar, but that's the name of the flaming song, isn't it? So, in terms of Blaze's gameplay, you are doing the same thing as Sonic. You are playing through the same levels, but she has a couple of extra moves at hand, where she is able to hover if you jump and press the R button to give you time to actually land on stuff. It's more of like a handier tool, I suppose, compared to Sonic's, because Sonic just sort of like falls. Like, as you see here, yeah, just sort of like hover, which is quite useful. And when you press up and R after going into the sky, she gets so much damn altitude. Sonic only just goes up a bit. I mean, that button right there, you saw it just suddenly like shifted all the way to it. So yeah, she's quite agile compared to Sonic. Yes, for sure. If you press R when going right as well, she does like this little quick shift. And, well, to tell you the truth, that's literally it. She boosts, but boosts a lot slower. And her spin dash, instead of going to a ball, she goes into like this sort of fiery tornado. I don't really like it, because see, when you do it with Sonic, he gains actual momentum and can go like through the level pretty damn quick. But for Blaze, nah, Blaze is a little bit slower, so that's a bit of a shame, really. So, because of the levels basically being the same, we're not going to see all that again. What I'm doing at the minute is I'm just showing you what she's like from the very first level. And then I'm going to be like cutting to the chase of each section. You'll see what I mean as we go through it. To tell you the truth, it's been ages since I've seen all this like footage that I've edited down, so I can't even remember it myself. I've just fired up the mic and thought, yep, bugger it. I'm going to record more Sonic Rush, because I am passionate to talk about this sort of stuff, I tell ya. Oh, one thing though that is different is throughout the acts, the music, it has a bit of like a remix compared to Sonic's. Like, there's a slight variation to it. I would show off each one, but that would kind of like go on forever. So I encourage those to just sort of look it up in your spare time, and you'll be able to hear the differences that way. But yeah, I mean, that's Blaze. Here's her animation that she does whenever you clear Act 1. I think that's badass. I mean, Sonic's is pretty cool too, but yeah. But instead of going to Act 2, I'm going straight to the boss. As well, she has a bit of a different cutscene or so compared to Sonic's, where this time, yeah, she faces against Dr. Eggman. Not Eggman Negative, you know? As the worlds sort of intertwine. I mean, you saw it at the beginning anyway, where she was whisked into this world. She's from like another world, and she's been dragged over here. So of course, you know, she's got to figure it out and stuff. She's essentially like a fish out of water. I love that line. Now scat, cat. I like Blaze as a character though. Because, well, she's pretty badass. Very focused and such. When I show the boss fights, you might notice there's a slight color variation. Because compared to Sonic's, as you see, the bug is green. As well as perhaps maybe the thing itself. But for Blaze, it's slightly different. Each boss has a bit of a different color. And you'll see what I mean as we get to it. Basically, for any bit of difference that Blaze has compared to Sonic's, I will show that, you know. Just to show you how it is and whatnot. I love how scared Eggman is. Like, what? And well, she does this. Just kicks him into oblivion. And that's the way you get the Soul Emeralds. Yeah, she doesn't have the Chaos Emeralds. They're called Soul Emeralds. Not S-O-U-L, but S-O-L. So, yeah. Let's see that. And well, that is the boss. Here's her little animation. Rather nice. I always like looking at her victory animations and stuff in games. Just to see like how fluid the animation and stuff is. You know? It's good stuff. So, of course, after doing that, she's got to find the other 6. Yeah, she has no bloody clue. Ah, yes, and cheese. No, not cheese. Cream. Just cheese. Yeah, cream and cheese. She stumbles across cream and cheese. And of course, I mean, well, you gotta be friends with Cream the Rabbit. Cream the Rabbit is just an innocent thing. Very sweet and such. Just immediately, yeah. They're just, would you like to be friends? I have no idea who you are, but let's be friends, I guess. That's Cream for you. But I find it quite sweet, really. You'll see what I mean, like, as it goes through. I think it's a ... Blaze as well. Just sort of like, Blaze. My name is Blaze. If you must know. So, of course, this brings us over to Cream's house with Vanilla. Yeah, she just invites you in. Like, what? Blaze is just completely surprised by this. It's very welcoming though, Cream. Look at that, you just suddenly bump into her and she's like, will you be my friend? It's like, yeah, sure, why not? The thing that's interesting though, is that even though you go through the same levels, they are in different orders. Like, as you see, the Carnival Night was the first one for Blaze, whereas for Sonic, well, that was Leaf Storm? Leaf Storm? I think it was Leaf Storm, it was the forest level anyway. But it's a little bit different for Blaze. Oh god, yeah, this thing. You should talk to Sonic. Sonic's really good. Like, seriously, you should talk to Sonic. Oh boy. I suppose she needs help with navigating and stuff. I mean, I know she's clearly capable of doing it herself, but yeah, by great, you get Cream the Rabbit with you. Like some support in it. Did you know it was going to be a bunny? Just a bunny for guidance. And of course, there she is. Yeah, so instead of Tails, you have Cream. And, well, her animations and that are quite nice, as well as like little voices. Zone number 2 was Leaf Storm. Which, yeah, like I said earlier, for Sonic that was different or so. This boss, I believe, doesn't actually have any difference in color-wise, but I wanted to show off Cream to the right, you know, for little voice clips and stuff that she says. With her super high-pitched voice. Like, goddamn. And, well, yeah. I'm not going to show how to do the bossy. You've seen them before, ain't you? It's essentially just cutting to the chase of each section. Ah, but in this one, Blaze does not kick, what's it? Eggman away. I was going to say Eggman negative. But nope, it's the other way around. Yeah, if you remember, from Sonic's perspective, this is where Blaze just suddenly came in, so this is how it all, like, links together. And, well, she finds the Soul Emerald and takes off. Not much to say about that. She's got a couple more to get, and so she goes to it. Zone number 3 is Mirage Road, and this beetle here is purple, instead of it being the other color. Most things are either like pink or purple and stuff with Blaze. Oh, and I also showed off this. This is just to show, you know, the spin dash little technique where you can gain like all the momentum and stuff for it. So that's pretty nifty. And, well, yeah, that is the boss. Cream is ultra happy about it. I just figured, you know, it just made more sense just to cut to the chase of each difference for Blaze, rather than just showing the whole bloody playthrough. Because it's the same thing. I'm probably going to say the same stuff throughout the levels. So I just thought, nah, bugger it, I'll play around with it and stuff, you know. Oh yeah, and that's Knuckles. I always like showing the little things that Cream has to say whenever you go into like the map and such. Tuh, apparently not. This will be split into like 2 parts though. I was going to try and do like a giant thing for Blaze from start to end, but honestly it's too long. It's like roughly about 36 minutes, which, I mean, yeah, I suppose I could release it like that, but I kind of like to keep the Sonic Rush episodes like short and to the point, you know, not like extensive or anything. So, yeah, this is the way that I am doing it. This is probably not a very interesting episode at all, but this is just the way that I wanted to structure Blaze's side. You know, have a bit of fun, like playing around with gameplay footage and such. Because that's kind of what I like doing now. I just like playing through the game itself, and then just, you know, toying around, cutting stuff out, moving things around, and changing it around that way. So then I could just literally play through the game casually. Like, I'm not putting on like a performance or anything, I'm just essentially just playing the game, just trying to capture footage. And then after that, just, yeah, I can leave all like the creativity and like placements and such up to the video editing side. I feel like that's the way it should be, or so for me. Duh. She's just learned about the Chaos Emeralds. God damn. She must be so overwhelmed by this place. Like, what the fuck? What the hell is all this shit? Yeah, there you go. There's Sonic. You really go to Sonic. Sonic knows all of his stuff. He can sense their power. And she's got like her first impression of good old Knucklehead. Indeed it does, yeah. And, well, that leads over to Zone 4, which is the Water Palace. And this one's purple. I think the majority of them are purple and stuff, but, you know, it's a difference, so I'm like, bugger it, I'm gonna show it off. Just to see how it does and whatnot. Imagine if the bosses were like this quick. Just like a couple of seconds. Although some bosses, do be like that also in the past. for Sonic games anyway. Anyway, that'll do it for this part for Blaze's story. So I'll see you in part number 2 for Blaze's side anyway. Yeah, see you then.